Hi again. I'm going to tell another story of travels in Africa. And the problem with my African stories is, to me, is just one 6 hour long story. It's kind of hard to know where to chop things up. But this story will relate to the last story I told. So I was traveling in the western part of Africa. From Kigoma, I went to a park called Mahale Mountains Park. And it's kind of hard to get to. You either have to fly in and stay at a fancy lodge for $600 a night or so, or you need to get on a ship called the Liembe, which was the inspiration for the African Queen and is a historic ship, and that's a whole nother story. But you take the Liembe and you go to a nearby village, and from there the park sends a boat for you and takes you in, and you leave the same way. So this story is about leaving. I was traveling at that time with a young man that I had met in Kigoma named Alex, who's from Germany, and he and I were spending our last day at Mahale after hanging out with the chimpanzees for a couple of days. And we were on the beach on Lake Tanganyika, and it was just gorgeous, and there was just the two of us there, and other than a troop of baboons making a lot of noise. And our guide came to us at about 5 in the afternoon and said, the boat driver from the park is ready to take you to the village. Well, the Liembe does not get to the village until the middle of the night. So I didn't really see any point in going to the village when we had this beautiful beach. And Alex agreed with me. So I told our guide to talk to the boatman and tell him we weren't ready to leave, and we weren't going to be leaving until maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. So he agreed to that. And Alex and I hung out, and the time came, and we got in the boat and rowed to the village to meet the Liembe. And as we got to the shore, the boat driver jumped out and raced to the nearest bar to collect information on when the Liembe would be in. And about an hour later, he came staggering back to the boat and informed us that he'd spoken with a passenger on the Liembe, and it was behind schedule and would not be there in the village till morning. So our guide had come with us in the boat, and he thought for a moment, and then he said, I know of one guest house in the village, and I will take you there. So Alex and I trooped out of the boat with our packs and our luggage and followed Hosem down the main street, right through the village to the outskirts. And he found a door and said, Hodai, which means I'm coming in. That's what you say at a hut. And knocked on the door, and after a few minutes, somebody came to the door and motioned us around the back. So we came to the back, and there was just this massive plain wall with no windows, and a really big wooden door with iron and all of that. And the door opens, and we go in, and now we're standing in a courtyard. And to the left, there's a door, looks like into an office with some windows. And on the right, there's a wall, plain wall, roofed, with a door. We head over to the right. And we get to this door, and they open it up, and we step inside, and now we're in a hallway. And there's 5 doors in this hallway. And each of them has metal bars in a little window, and then they've got a padlock on the door. And so they open one of these up, and I look at Alex and I say, the jig's up, Alex. They got us. We're going to jail now. And sure enough, we go inside, and there's no question about it. This had been, or was, a jail cell. So there's a bed, like a double bed in the middle of the room. And it's good size, and it's reasonably clean. It's like, okay, this is where we're going to stay tonight. And it was $5 a night for the two of us. And they asked if we'd like to see the bathroom. And I told Alex I didn't think I wanted to see the bathroom. But Alex went, and he came back, and in typical German fashion, when I said, well, how was it? He says, oh, it's not so bad. So after about 10 minutes of chuckling about our situation and making jokes about it, we went to sleep. And at the crack of dawn, the call to prayer booms out of the mosque, which is apparently right next door, and we're up. I looked at Alex and I said, this might be a good time to check on our breakout, see if we can bust out of this joint. So we grabbed our stuff, and the doors were unlocked, and we headed back through the village, which was still slumbering, to the boat at the shore of Lake Tanganyika. And we got to watch the whole village wake up and bring their laundry and their pots to the lake to wash, and their toothbrushes, and get ready for the day's fishing. And it was just magnificent. So that's my story of when I actually did get put in jail in Tanzania. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers until next time.